From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
All right, before we get to the wild and crazy, we thought we'd share with you some beautiful sunsets again. This was out of Fort Gibson Lake, Taylor's Ferry, sent in by Mary Laughlin this evening. Said, oh my goodness, it was so gorgeous. And also at Keystone Lake, JD Suntag sent this in, and that was another brilliant shot right across the lake, and the waters were pretty calm. And also at Lake Eufaula, Roger Parham sent this in, and just a beautiful, beautiful evening for some. Well, we had a lot of active weather, too. This was just off to the east of the Oklahoma border areas as Sequoia was covering in Brandon some severe weather in this area. This is a fence area, and then here's the lowered bowl type of area just underneath a very strong supercell that was located. And it was a severe thunderstorm as it was moving across our area. We ended up with some hail. Just got a few more pictures coming in from out of the Stillwell area. This is from Justin, and again, it was small hail, but it did cover quite a bit of area. This is part of the big storm system that is wrapped up right now, and then we had our severe weather here closer into our area. We're talking about most of that activity is out of our picture at this point. Guys are going to be headed back home, but it was quite active, and we had some pretty strong intense thunderstorms, and so when those kicked off, they really got going. And once they got going, it was some pretty heavy rain, some lightning, and then most of the activity now is over in Arkansas. We're worried about the winds tonight a little bit. Winds are expected to be stronger as they continue to move to the east. We did have a batch of strong winds, we do believe, around Owasso, Keatonville area on over to Inola, some 40 or 45 mile per hour winds, and also possibly what we call a heat burst, where there's a layer of warm air in a thunderstorm, and part of that was pushed or transported back toward the ground. We noticed temperatures went up about 10 degrees to 12 degrees in the course of about 9 o'clock tonight. That usually is a sign of that. We're going to research that a little bit more. Meantime, we're going to all get strong winds, but it's not going to be a warm wind. It's going to be a cold wind. After midnight, that cold air is going to move in. We're seeing temperatures already out in our western parts in the 40s, while we're in the 60s here in Tulsa to the east, to 66 in Pryor, and 60 down around Stigler, and 67 in Wilburton. It was 76 today in McAllister. Okay, so fronts coming in tonight around midnight to about 2 a.m. in the Tulsa area, and then those strong winds come in. A rain-snow mix. There'll be rain and some snowflakes in there. So if you wake up in the middle of the night, you go, what am I seeing? And then in the morning, you're going, what am I seeing? It's a little bit of January, and it's visiting us. Fortunately, temperature should be near or above freezing. But if you're in a car and it says 32 degrees and it's precipitating, watch out for elevated surfaces. It'll be windy and cold tomorrow compared to what we're used to. Be a normal day in January, but to us, it's going to be really cold. And we'll get maybe a little sun late in the afternoon. You'll still be cloudy east. It's just one of those days. We call it a wardrobe morning because you're going to need thicker coats and clothes on. And as we look on into the time period for early tomorrow morning, best chance for more of a heavier type of a wet snow or a rain mix will be in the northeast part of our area where you see the blue. And here in Tulsa, we have a chance, a few raindrops, a few snowflakes as well. And the wind chills tomorrow afternoon will be in the 30s. And that's going to be awful cold compared to enjoying 60s like it was today. On Friday, our highs are still cold, generally in the 40s, and the winds won't be nearly as strong, so that'll help out. Tomorrow's the tough day. And then on Saturday, nice day overall, temperatures in the 50s. Clouds start to return in temperatures in the 60s as we go on into Sunday. As far as rain chances, at least we have opportunities over the next 10 days as the storms are going to line up a little bit more. So we have some on Sunday and again on into Wednesday, and then again on Friday of next week. So there is some hope, but as that happens, also our temperatures won't be likely to get quite as warm after Monday. So 35, windy and cold in the morning, cold at noon, even though it says 40, and 44 in the afternoon. It'll be blustery, something we haven't had to feel for quite a while. As the extended forecast, we get back to mild weather just in time for Martin Luther King Parade. That'll be awesome. That's followed by a little bit cooler weather and a slight chance of showers a couple of times around. That's your 9-day planner. We'll be back with sports.